Hey, what is going on, ladies and germs? It is your old pal, good old CHH, on a Tuesday morning. So guys, I want to go over some physical media stuff that we're going to pick up from where we left off last time. And we have a really cool box set. That's not going to be for everybody, but for the suckers, I want hashtag in the comments for this video. I want hashtag CHH is a sucker, okay? As soon as I finish recording this video, guys, I just wanted to catch you early with this. I saw that Dawn of the Discs is reporting that in April, Paramount is going to be releasing The Crow on 4K. Because I'm so excited about this. And I just am. I am. But we're going to pick up where we left off. We've got some new Scream Factory stuff to look at. We've got some pseudo-release announcements, which we'll talk about with stuff like The Hitcher. Some pretty cool late 90s horror stuff coming from Scream Factory, as well as some stuff from Paramount and Full Moon Features. So the first thing we'll look at, we'll go to the good old physical media president, aka this used to be, I forgot what this channel name was, but anyway. The first thing I want to look at, guys, right here is The Hitcher. Now, as you can see, this Hitcher is a French release, I think. And it looks like some sort of media book. It seems like media books are still very popular across the pond. So with this, you could see it right here. Look at the Video Shack. If you're watching the Video Shack, thank you. This is the French release. Second Sight release is due over the next few months. Guys, Second Sight has been open. They've been saying that they're working on this. If you just want a Blu-ray version of it too, I believe Eureka or Via Vision. I think Eureka is actually putting out a Blu-ray version. I am, in fact, going to wait for the Second Sight release. I know that they're going to do a great job and remaster this film lovely. So there's that. But here, I mean, if you're interested in stuff like this French release, you may see this pop up on Diabolic. It just depends. It just depends with these kinds of releases. Sometimes they don't even make it to sites like that. But if you look and see that this one's due out in April of this year, I would anticipate the Second Sight one is probably going to be due out maybe a few months after that, probably summer. It will be worth the wait, I'm sure, guys. I know Second Sight's going to do a great job. But The Hitcher, if you haven't seen The Hitcher, it's a unique 80s horror thriller film. Rutger Hauer, great in the movie. You'll love that. So that's really kind of an announcement to say, hey, I know that things are probably in the works. So King Kong 76 was a movie, guys, I'd been talking about being a fan of, and how I thought it would be cool if we got a 4K of this. Well, it looks like we're getting it. This is the 76 King Kong Steelbook from Paramount. I don't know when this is coming out. And I know people want a certain cut of this movie. It's supposed to come out in April. Okay, cool. So I don't know. Probably not going to be an extended cut of this movie. I don't know. But I am a fan of this movie. This is the Dino De Laurentiis King Kong film. It's good. It's really good. So I'd be happy to upgrade this. Although, the Scream Factory release, if you guys don't have that, it's still available. And that's a really nice release as well. That was actually a title that I went ahead and pre-ordered back when it was announced because I got the poster and everything. And Scream Factory did great art. There's this beautiful poster that they made of Kong fighting this big snake. And we have the poster up in the house. It's a great monster movie. It's one of my favorites. King Kong is my favorite monster. I love Godzilla, but I'm a sucker for King Kong. Always have been. And the 76 one is really good. So I think you guys should at least have this on your radar. And if you don't own it or have seen it at all, know that Scream Factory has a good Blu-ray release available as well. So there is that, guys. Very excited about that. Again, that looks like it comes out in early April. So I think we'll pull up the actual, well, this kind of announcement, we'll skip that. We'll look at this for Arrow has announced that they're doing a 4K for Basket Case. And I believe that there's a store exclusive for Basket Case. With me, I have the Blu-ray release, and I believe that is a 4K scan of this film. More than likely won't be upgrading this, but if you don't own Basket Case at all, guys, it's a classic. It's one of those, I don't think it was a video nasty, but I feel like it could be a part of that family. It's one of those movies that really encapsulates what New York felt like during this era, and because it's authentic. I mean, it's real. It's guerrilla filmmaking at its finest. It's crude. It's rude. Belial is this disgusting blob human thing. I love Basket Case. It's Henenlotter's Halloween, if you will. Like that's his to me, that's his just he made great movies too after this, but for some reason I think Basket Case is just that movie. My dad loves Basket Case. He saw it at the drive-in. He laughs every time he looks at my movie collection and sees it. So it looks like we're also getting a 4K steelbook soon for Godzilla. And it looks like some of these are going to be overseas. There's a chance these could be UK. We don't know. It doesn't decipher here. More than likely, this will be one of these will be an American release, I'm sure. Probably the top one, and then the bottom ones look like they'll be foreign. Guys, if you haven't revisited the Godzilla 2014 film, it was one of the best 4Ks I'd ever seen. They really fixed the nighttime scenes on the home video version. In the theater, it was nice, but I just remember in the home video version on Blu-ray when it came out, I got it, and the nighttime scenes, everything was just a blur. There was no definition between Godzilla, who's very, very dark skin tone, being he's some sort of power plant lizard, and the nighttime. So it was hard to really get the depth of field, the perception of what you're looking at. The 4K release that they did a few years after that, which was probably around 2017 or 18, I ended up picking that up, and it completely transformed the movie. Like it's one of the best examples of upscaling and fixing a movie. So that looked great. So if you don't own this movie on 4K, keep an eye on this. This may not be your favorite Godzilla movie, but seeing it look great did make me enjoy the film more. And I do like this movie. I don't think it has the most original looking monster. All of them have this weird thing about these weird claw hammer or claw pinhead things. This monster reminded me of the one from Godzilla 2000, the Muta. So it's not the most original, but I do like the film. Cranston's great in it too. Okay, this is actually Dark Sky Films. This is not Scream Factory. So Stigmata, Patricia Arquette. This is a movie about a woman who starts basically feeling like she's going through the crucifixion of Christ. I haven't seen this movie in years. I don't own it at all, so this is perfectly happy with me. Some people will not be happy that it's 4K, and I understand that. For me, I just want to own this film. I'm sure it's going to look good. If that's a media book that they're selling, that's going to be very interesting from Dark Sky. We'll see. This is coming out from Dark Sky in April. So April's going to be a pretty busy month. April's kind of like the end of the first quarter. Things are getting lined out. Releases are coming out. So I think Stigmata also right now, or it's about to come out from Via Vision. Or Via Vision. I'm not sure which way to say it. I hear people say it, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But Via Vision has a release out or coming out of Stigmata that it looks pretty nice too. But I feel it's weird. I kind of feel bad for Dark Sky. Besides Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I can't think of a whole lot of titles that I have from Dark Sky. So it's like, well, if they have something that is of interest to me that I can get, I guess I'll get it from Dark Sky. Same with Well Go USA. Gonjiam the Haunted Asylum, which is one of the best found footage movies ever, is from Well Go USA. Guys, check that out. I did a short on that. Be sure you got the bell on so you can see my shorts. So let's go next to Dawn of the Discs, because I want to show you guys some of the Scream Factory stuff that we have coming from them. Exciting times. It's turned out to be a pretty good first quarter. All right, guys. So we should be on Dawn of the Discs page, and let me see. I want to talk about this for a second. This is kind of exciting. The Umbrella release of Masters of the Universe. My only concern is this going to get a 4K from a company in America? That's the biggest question. I got to figure out what I want to do. I have the Blu-ray of this movie, but this is really, really cool. I love Masters of the Universe, so I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's a gorgeous looking release, and that's probably going to be enough for me if I got that. And I would be like, well, if it comes on 4K BFD at this point, like I'm not going to get it again. So I don't know. I like Umbrella. They make good looking releases. So when was that coming out? April again. Jesus, April is going to put me in the slammer. Okay, so we looked at King Kong. This is the thing I wanted to look at. There should be a post that goes over. Okay. So Scream Factory's April's stuff is The Faculty, which The Faculty is a unique film for the time, right? Because this was the post-Scream era, right? But The Faculty is kind of like this weird creature-esque feature, if memory serves. I like this movie. I don't want to spoil too much about it because I still think that there are people that may not have seen this film. I do agree with a comment that is on here. Fed by House says, not the end of the world, but The Faculty was just begging for some new artwork. I totally agree, Fed by House. Because the original artwork for this is not exactly something to die for. And the tagline kind of gives away the plot of the movie right there. Their students, these 6 students are about to discover their teachers really are from another planet. Good movie though, and you got Josh Hartnett in there, which is he's great. And I believe is that my homie Elijah? I think it is. He's in this movie. But we've got that coming from Scream Factory in April. We also have Rolling Thunder. Very excited about that. Lost in Space. This is completely new to me. This screams early 2000s sci-fi B budget. Don't know. I can't say I'm pre-ordering that, but we'll see. And then we have a movie called Affliction with Nick Nolte and William Dafoe. I have never seen this or heard of it, but William Dafoe has my attention. So if anybody's seen Affliction, a film by Paul Schrader, it's got to be good, right? Too many good names in there. All right, so we talked about that. The Ring, we can look at this real quick. We have the the additives on this. 4K scan of a negative, Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible, good. We have a new Ghost Girl Gone Bad. Don't watch this collection. Okay, so what is Ghost Girl Gone Bad? Is that an interview? What is that? Okay. I guess we can go on the Scream Factory website if you want to get the pure details on that. But it looks like it's a 6-disc set, so it looks like you get the 4K release disc and each movie with the Blu-ray disc. They have a 4K master of Rings 2017. There you go. I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. Like I love The Ring. I don't really remember The Ring 2 that much. Rings is not great, but I think its reception is even worse because of it got thrown on with being the cause for a Friday the 13th film to not be made. That's the rumor anyway. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, when Rings didn't do great at the box office, that told Paramount, okay, people aren't really interested in horror right now. We're going to scrap any plans to make a Friday the 13th film. This is exciting, guys. This is from Turbine. Hopefully this leads to an American release. I love this movie, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. This is an insane film. I love it. So sometimes, not every time, but some of the times when stuff up for kind of leads American releases down the pike. So let's hope that's the case for this movie. Fear and Loathing is great. I don't even know if there's any nice releases of this movie out. I'm sure there's like standard Blu-rays of it. But like Arrow would be ripe to take this movie and give it a great American 4K release. So I'm going to hope that's the case. But Turbine, if you're into that, I probably should be because a lot of their stuff looks nice. So there we go, guys. And it looks like the Abyss release overseas in the UK got canceled, which is just shocking to me. I don't know why, but that got canceled. All right, guys. So the next thing I want to look at is, I guess, the grand finale. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you. This is from Blu-ray.com. So and I'm going to pull up a big picture so you guys can see it. So coming out on the 8th of February, which I think is in a couple of days. Let me see what the date is. It's February 6th. So Thursday, Charles Band announced that he's got a new box set coming out. Let me make myself a little bit bigger. Charles has a new box set coming out. He's got a Subspecies box set. Now, a lot of companies, sometimes they'll just take their releases of movies that they put out separately and make a nice box set for it, just to sometimes push through more stock or just to do something fun for their fan base, stuff like that. And that's what this is. But the cool thing is, I think the master, or Charles did say that the master for Subspecies 4, Bloodlust, I believe is the subtitle of Subspecies 4. Want to make sure I've got my facts straight. Bloodstorm, excuse me. Bloodlust is Subspecies 3. The master for that was just, they can't find it. And I think he even said he thinks it's just gone for good. So what they did is they took master tape elements they might have had for Subspecies 4, and he tried to upscale it, or they upscaled it as much as they can. So for the first time in this release, they're going to have a box set with Subspecies 4 available. And these are the kind of tactics. These are the kind of tactics that these companies, kind of do, for right or for wrong. If you're going to put out a new movie on Blu-ray, let's put it in a box set now, early. That doesn't mean that Charlie won't put out Subspecies 4 Bloodstorm on a separate Blu-ray afterwards. But for now, this is going to be the first way to own Subspecies 4 in this box set. So it's a little bit pricey. So, let me see if I can zoom in on this. I want to make it bigger. Overview. All right, there we go. All right, guys. So now we're looking at it. Now let me make this bigger. No, I had it right the first time, didn't I? All right, guys. So for $149, I know that's a little bit pricey, but let's look at what we get. I'm trying to get rid of this ad. I'm a mess today. All right, so this is the Subspecies Coffin box set. So this thing is made of real wood. The front door, okay, so if you look at the box set, you see the front, it's got engraving on there, and it's got like Subspecies with the pentagram behind that. The front of it comes off, and I'll show you over here. The front of it comes off, and it houses the discs in here, and it's magnetized. So the front of the coffin, it's magnetized. You pull it off, and then you just put it right back on, and boom, the magnets hit. So we're going to get Subspecies 1, 2, 3, Vampire Journals, which is kind of like a soft sequel. It's a pretty good movie. I actually prefer it over Subspecies 4. But I'm not saying I hate Subspecies 4. I actually think Vampire Journals is a pretty cool movie. Now, the first 3 Subspecies films, guys, are, I think, money. I think it's the Subspecies films, especially the first 3, are some of the best movies the heyday of Full Moon ever did. Ted Nicolau is a god, one of the best directors that Charlie ever had working for him, and still does a great job. As a matter of fact, as you can see in here, Blood Rise, Subspecies 5, is in here, and I thought it was the best Full Moon movie made in the last 15 years. I swear to God, I really liked it. I thought they made the film look even more expensive than the money they did put into it, which was a good amount of money by today's Full Moon standards. So that's cool. So if you don't own that, you get that as well. But what's really cool about it is they give you a soundtrack CD as well. And in this case, I actually like the music from Subspecies, so that's cool. So you're going to get the box set in a wood coffin box. And if you go to the Full Moon page, guys, after this, I'll try to remember to link it. Go to the Full Moon YouTube page, then go to the Full Moon vidcast for the early February. It happened a few days ago. Charlie has the box set. He shows it in the vidcast. He pulls it out. He opens it up. He shows it to you. It's gorgeous. So I'm excited for this. It's kind of steep, $149. So I understand if there's a lot of people that are not going to be into this. Personally, me, I love stuff like this because it's decoration. It's gorgeous. I love the Subspecies films. I don't own Vampire Journals on Blu-ray. I think it does have a Blu-ray, but I never bought it on Blu-ray yet. I'm getting Subspecies 4. I'm getting this gorgeous coffin, a little Radu statue with it. So I'm all about it. That's why the hashtag CHH is a sucker is going to come into play, because I'm a sucker. I can't help it. This is my Valentine's present to myself. I'm sure Sydney will be fine with it, my wife. I have to get her something really nice this year, though, guys. It's also her birthday, so I really got to get her something nice now. But that's the main event, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am excited about the stuff that's been announced. I'm excited for Faculty is great. I'm really excited for the release of hopefully The Hitcher soon from Second Sight, because that's I'm gonna wait for this time. I should have grabbed their Texas Chainsaw box set, but I convinced myself I didn't need it. And I really am excited for this. I don't know if it's limited to a certain amount. I'm sure it is. Maybe there's a couple hundred, I'm sure. But Charlie doesn't do stuff and not bring it back. So if you can't get it now and it sells out, I wouldn't freak out. I'm sure you get an opportunity again. But there you go, guys. That's the main event, the Subspecies Coffin Blu-ray box set. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching it. Let me know what you're excited for. Let me know what you're picking up soon or what you're going to pass on, all that good stuff. This is your old pal CHH. God bless you guys, and take care. Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.